30th Anniversary Edition. Is this real? Wow. This is going to be raw, uncensored, my take. But if you haven't checked it out yet, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Magic the Gathering is doing a 30th anniversary set. Similar, I suppose, to the collector's edition boxes, like the European release and the regular release back in the day that came with like a complete beta set or alpha set with the gold borders, because that's essentially what we're getting now again. But the backing of the card is going to look a lot different than a Magic the Gathering card. It's got the newer logo there with the black Lotus right there on the back. 30th Anniversary Edition. This is real. First I thought I was being memed, but no, this is real. And it looks like there's various versions of it with like a new border, an old border, so it's just you're getting different versions with borders that were released throughout Magic the Gathering's history. I think that's a kind of cool idea, but here is where things are going to get very heated. This is the first time they've essentially reprinted reserve list cards. Now, the Legends set, the Lost Legends, that was them opening a palette of already Legends cards that were actually in circulation, so it's not like they're adding more into the market. These were sealed boxes that they threw into the packs. But this is different. This is them printing reserve list cards. And I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, I think there is positives and negatives to this, but I know this is probably one of the most polarizing comment sections that I've ever had making a Magic the Gathering video, because it is definitely something that people have to be cautious about. They did reprint reserve list cards, but they did it differently. You know, they put a bit different backing there. They gave like various versions of them, but yes, we're getting a Black Lotus, guys. We're actually getting a Black Lotus. Since I've started collecting Magic the Gathering, Black Lotus was one of those cards that I was never able to get because I kind of got into the game late. Same thing as Dual Lands and any of the Power 9. So I am torn. I don't know right now. As of right now, there's no price point. I don't even really know how we're going to be getting this. I literally just opened an article. It's 30th anniversary, and sure as not, yeah, you're getting redone borders for the Dual Lands. You're also getting Time Vault. So we're getting, we're getting the Power 9 as well. We're going to be getting Mox Ruby, Mox Sapphire. A lot of Moxes. This is just crazy. I don't know what to think about it right now. My initial instinct is like, wow, this is kind of gross. But at the same time, the older versions of the cards are very scarce. And reprinting these cards in a specific capacity might not be as bad as people think. And I know that's a bit of a hot take, because at the end of the day, the scarcity in print runs for these original sets and attrition and everything else, they are still special. These are different. They have different backings, similar to the collector's edition. But what I think will happen is, I think the original collector edition Magic the Gathering cards with the gold borders, those may take they may take a bit of a hit, because essentially this is kind of what it's like, what they're doing with the borders. I mean, it's a different backing with new Magic the Gathering text on it. So there is that. It is a lot different. But there it is. Just make sure I found it there. Black Lotus. There it is. It's got the 30th edition on the side in gold. I do think that looks cool. If I will not lie, this is probably the closest I'll ever get to owning like an old Black Lotus will be this, to be honest, because the old ones are out of my price range right now. I'd love to own one day, but I might have to settle for something like this. This is just insane. I am at a loss for words right now. I'm trying to come up with a way that I can put this into words without upsetting people, but I think this might be cool. We don't know how scarce it's going to be. It might be very limited. Could be an interesting way for people to get their hands-on stuff for like kind of like a better version of proxy cards for Commander, like the dual lands. For example, the Power 9 is insane, although a lot of them are banned. But crazy. I'm actually in shock. Let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. I'm still trying to process everything, and I'd love to have your thoughts about this one down below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, because this is the craziest thing that I've ever seen happen since I've been collecting and playing Magic the Gathering. There's been nothing like this before, so my God. I gotta process this more. This is insane.